Candyman. 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 Ain't gonna do it a fifth time. You're not getting me like that. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. We're back at the movies for another review. And as you could tell, we're going to be doing the 2021 horror remake slash reboot slash sequel, Candyman. Directed by Naya Decosta, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Tiona Paris, Coleman Domingo, Nathan Stewart Jarrett. And coming back from the original, you have Tony Todd, who played the original Candyman, Virginia Madsen, who we get a voiceover from, and they do show her picture at some point during the movie, and Vanessa Williams, who was also one of the main characters of the first movie. So I remember, and the movie was written partially by Jordan Peele, who, you know, over the last 5 years has become, him and Jason Blum have basically been the faces of the horror movie genre. And, you know, with great results. They're both fantastic directors. They're both fantastic writers. And they've been putting out a lot of really, really solid horror movie content. And this is no different. I remember when this movie was first announced, I was really excited. I was terrified as a kid. This movie, the first Candyman, came out when I was 7 or 8, but I didn't see it for a couple of years after that. You know, when I first started going to video stores, I would always hide from the horror movie section. But, you know, eventually I saw the first one, and, you know, it ended up being a trilogy, and Tony Todd is fantastic. He's got that personality to him that, you know, he's such a great actor. And, you know, so I was really excited for this new addition to the genre, but it had to have him in it. And, you know, if I have one complaint about the movie, is he's not in it enough. It's really cool when he's in it, and I still enjoy the movie, but a little bit more Tony Todd would have been better. So, quick recap of the movie. Anybody who's familiar with Candyman knows that the whole, you know, it's an urban legend, and one person starts, you know, if you say Candyman's name in a mirror 5 times, he's going to come and kill you. He's a vengeful spirit who was murdered, but was murdered in the late 1800s for having an affair with a white woman. It was a black slave, or painter. He was a painter. He wasn't a slave. A black painter who fell in love with a white woman. They had a child, and he was murdered for it. And his spirit gets trapped in a mirror, so if you say his name 5 times, he comes back. What I liked about the new Candyman is you get more backstory on the urban legend itself. And it wasn't just this one figure. It was several figures since that time that were all killed unjustly. And it just continued to make the legend stronger. That was until the original Candyman movie. You know, Virginia Madsen's character, I feel like they don't acknowledge the sequels, Day of the Dead and Farewell to the Flesh. But in the original movie, Virginia Madsen's character sacrifices herself to save a baby. And what I really liked about the twist of this movie is Yahya Abdul-Mateen was that baby. And that baby was Vanessa Williams' child. So it's kind of taking that original Candyman and turning it full circle, but adding a twist. And the twist got complicated for me. I actually had to, after seeing the movie, I kind of left like a little perplexed. I'm like, I don't quite understand what I just saw. But after reading it, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And I won't spoil that part for you. But basically, the Candyman legend has fizzled out. Yahya Abdul-Mateen is a painter in Chicago, and he discovers this legend that's kind of fizzled out, and he brings it back. But it's like I said, it's full circle because he was a child abducted by Candyman. He doesn't know it until later on in the movie when his mother, Vanessa Williams, confesses this. And you have all these other supporting characters that really help make the movie complex and interesting. And you get an actor like Coleman Domingo, who, for those of you who aren't familiar, he is in the TV series Fear the Walking Dead. He's such a good character actor. At one moment you go, like, all right, I like this guy. I enjoy him. And then the next, man, I fucking hate this guy. And that's what Coleman Domingo is so good at. And this movie's no different. And his background really helps, develop the story even more, and it makes it that much more intriguing. It is eerie throughout the entire movie. I wouldn't go so far to say super scary, and I like that. I want a movie that's more of a psychological thriller. You get the awesome horror movie deaths, you get but there's more complexity to the character and to the movie itself. And that's what I enjoy, not just the try to make you jump type scenes. That's so overrated and overdone, and it just doesn't do anything for me. I want character development, I want depth, and this movie has that in spades. It is one of the better horror movies I've seen in the last 10, 15 years. It's so good. It's almost great, but it's really, really good. I'm going to give it a 7.7. I think the cast works so well together. If you got a little bit more Tony Todd, I'd probably give it an 8. But it's still a really entertaining, really good horror movie. So I'm confident it deserves its score. Candyman 2021, 7.7. That's my review. Check out my past videos, and I'll see you guys next time at the movies. Take care.